Welcome to part 2 of my goals and conversions video. In part 1, we talked about setting up a campaign and having that campaign be, you've got some ads running, could be Facebook, Twitter, Google, and that we're driving traffic to what we call a landing page. A page that is designed for someone to take the action we want. In this case, I want them to sign up for my newsletter. This site is built in Squarespace, and I want them to sign up my newsletter, and that's what I call a goal, okay? And that's shown here. So if I'm spending money on Facebook, I want to know how many of those people are actually going to complete that goal. And that's when someone completes a goal, that's called a conversion. So conversions are what we want. And we went over all of that in last video. And we can go, so if you're interested in any of the basics, you can go back to the first video. Now it's important to do this video that you have Google Analytics set up on your Squarespace site. I'm not going to go over that today. It's pretty easy to set up. You just plug the code in Squarespace and you're set up and running. I'm going to assume that you have Google Analytics running, and I'm going to show you how to look at your reports, see what's happening on your ads that you're buying or on the traffic that's coming to your site. I'm going to show you how to create a goal in Google Analytics and then to measure those conversions. And I'm also going to show you at the end a trick for how to be able to set up and measure a goal easily in Squarespace, because it's not actually easy to do in Squarespace. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Google Analytics. You can type Google Analytics into search, it'll pull it up, or you can go to google.com/analytics, and you're going to come to the analytics site. I'm going to click Access Google Analytics. I'm going to choose my site. I've got a bunch of them, as you can see. And what's going to come up is just sort of the default overview, the dashboard of what's going on in my site. Okay, what we really tend to be interested in is two things. We're interested in acquisition. Okay, I'm going to close the audience. I'm going to look at acquisition over here on the left. And we're interested in conversions. How many people are completing our goals? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set a date range for when I started, before I started running a Facebook ad. I'm looking at a period of time of approximately 25 days prior to starting my ad on Facebook. And so what I'm going to do is go in, and I had a goal set up. I'm going to show you how to do that. And I want to look at basically how well that goal is performing. Okay. And basically I can see that I got 9 goals completed, okay, prior to starting the ad. I also want to look at how well a certain page does, and I'm going to look at my funnel visualization, and I'll show you how you set this up later. But basically a funnel is a way of setting up stages and saying, you know, one of the places people might start is my home page, then they might go to my books page, and then they might go to the page specifically for my book. All 3 of these have the ability to sign up for the newsletter, but a lot of people tend to follow this kind of path. Start on the home, go, hey, what books do you have? Hey, look at this book. Oh, I can get it for free by signing up to newsletter. I'm going to sign up. And what I'm interested in is when I look at a funnel is how many people start in the funnel in this time period. So I had 189 visitors. 5 of them went to books. You'll notice there's 9 people in books because 4 of them came direct from somewhere else. That's what that means, entrance. Okay, so they came direct. Could be from an ad, could be from a link on Facebook. 9 people made it here. 8 people made it to my detail page, okay? 2 of which came from books, decided to go even deeper, and the rest came from other places, okay, coming to look at my book. The important part is this, right here, the number 3. I basically, out of 8 people, 3 of those people on that page clicked to sign up for my newsletter. So this page here, the detail page that I call it, that's also what I call my landing page. It's just about the book, and I'm going to show it to you. That page converts over 1/3 of all people to sign up for my newsletter. That's an awesome number. 37% converting, that's awesome. So let's take a look at that path. So here's the home page. So that's here at the top. and then we're going to go to books. Okay, so this is my books page, which is this page here. And then I'm going to show you my landing page. So this is the page that I tend to send a lot of traffic to. Okay, and this is the page that talks about what is this book, some quotes, has a big sign up for the newsletter, a little video about what happens when you join my newsletter. You can look at a sample of the book, you can read more quotes, but really the only call to action on this page, you can play the video right here, but the only thing I really want you to do is to sign up for a newsletter right here. Just type in your email address and hit sign up. Okay. So this page, the creator's 20 detail, was doing really well at converting. So then I launched my ad. So let's take a look at while the ad was running, which would be June 26 to basically current. So now I just want to look at what was happening during the period while I was running the ads. Overall, I had, good, even more people coming to my home page. I got 7 of them to go to the books page. 22. I sent 22 people to that detail page. That's pretty good. Okay, part of that is running that ad. But only 5 proceeded to newsletter sign up, and 1 person came through the books path. He signed up from here. That's what that's saying. Okay. But the fact here is that page isn't performing as well because I'm pumping a lot of leads into that page, but not as many are converting. 22% though is still pretty darn good. So 5 of those 22 signed up for my newsletter. So that sounds great. Now let me show you why it's important to what I was talking about in the last video. So this is why it's so important when I was talking about in yesterday's video. Let's go over, let's close behavior, let's look at acquisition, and let's go look at our campaigns. I'm going to click on campaigns, and I'm going to look at all campaigns. These are all the different campaigns that I had running. The one I'm most interested in is this one called Creator 20. This was the paid campaign on Facebook. So I was paying $5 a day, basically to get links for people to click through to my book. So if I click on Creator 2.0, you'll see it's a Facebook cost per click, meaning I'm paying for every click. That's what CPC stands for. 124 people were sent over. And by the way, I want to point out that what I'm showing you right now is just the report that you would get if you had done the work to set up a goal and to track conversion. Okay, because otherwise you will not see this conversion line that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. But let's take a look. Facebook will tell me I sent you 150 clicks. Well, really, Facebook? I only got 124. So something wonky's going on. That's normal. 72% of them were new people. They were new, net new people that hadn't been to my site in the last little while. I'm not going to explain too much about session. But what I really want to care about here is how many of these 124 that I'm paying, basically ended up paying $75 to Facebook for these 124 clicks. How many of them signed up for my newsletter? 1. Uno. Now I know from that earlier screen that I had 6 or 7 signups, 5, 6, whatever. I had a number of signups. Sorry, 6. It's right here. I had 6 total signups. Okay. I paid $75 to get 1 newsletter signup. So my cost to get a newsletter signup through that Facebook campaign was $75. That's why the campaign is now stopped. I need to look at that again. Either I was targeting it wrong or I hadn't put in the right keywords, but that campaign was not working. Now I only know that because I can see this conversion column. Most people, when you go into your Google Analytics, you will not see this goal conversion columns. They will be blank. And that's because nobody has set up a goal in Google Analytics. But it's critical. Otherwise, I'm going to look at this 124 and think, wow, I sent 124 over and I got 6 signups. This campaign is pretty good, right? 75, that's $10 a sign up. Maybe that's good for me. But that's not what's happening. I'm paying $75 a sign up. And that is pretty darn steep. So let's talk about how we set up a goal. Normally when you come into Google Analytics, you're going to start in the reporting tab. Okay, we're going to actually go over and click into the admin tab. The admin tab can look a little scary. It's really not all that bad because we don't have to touch a lot of this, okay? We're going to go over to the far right column and you're going to see there's something called goals. That's what we want to set up. We want to set up a goal so we can track when people complete that goal, which is a conversion. So I'm going to click on goals. I'm going to show you I already have my newsletter sign up goal set. I can see that in the past 7 days I've gotten 2 conversions. That's awesome. I just clicked and opened it. Let's go back so I can show you how to do that. So I've gotten 2 conversions over the past 7 days. That's awesome. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on newsletter sign up. You see that it's on, meaning it's an active goal. I'm going to click on newsletter sign up, and I'm just going to show you how this goal is set up. Basically, the goal is a destination goal, meaning I want to track how many people reach a certain web page. The web page I'm tracking is the /thank you page. When people, let me go over to my website, when people sign up for this newsletter, so I'm just going to put in an email address and hit sign up. You're going to notice it's going to flash to a new screen and say, thank you, we just need you to confirm your email address. But it's basically saying, woohoo, you're signed up. Look at the URL up here. I've taken them to a page called /thank you. That /thank you is the important part. That's the goal that I'm tracking in Google. I want to know how many people reach this page. The only way you reach this page is if you sign up for that newsletter. So I basically say my destination for my goal, I want the destination to be any URL, anything that begins with /thank you. Okay. So in my case, I want to make sure I don't have other /thank you 7, /thank you 9 pages. I just have one /thank you. And I say any page in Google that is a /thank you page, somebody hits that, that's a conversion. Okay. I've got value off. You can assign a dollar value, like if you're selling goods, really not necessary in most cases. The funnel, you can turn on the funnel or off the funnel. I was showing you the funnel view. If you turn on the funnel, you're going to have to specify a few other steps on the way to getting to your thank you page. It might be your home page, it might be an offer page. In my case, I have the 3 pages that I walked you through: the home page, my books page, and the detailed landing page for that one book, Creators 2.0. It's not necessary. I've got required as no. It's not necessary that people start on any one of these pages. I'm just saying most people tend to flow through this kind of path. But again, when I take the ads out, I'm pointing people straight to this page, the Creators 20 detail page. You'll notice that I'm not putting in www.seanhoward.ca/ and then the full URL. I'm not putting seanhoward.ca/thank you. You don't need to put in your domain. Tells you down here. All you have to put is what comes after, so after the /, so from the / forward. And that's basically how you set up a goal. I'll show you that from the beginning. If we're creating a new goal in this case for our thank you page, we would basically name our goal. We'd call it email sign up, meaning we got them to sign up. That's our goal. We'd give it a goal slot. It's automatically going to go to the next slot. You have a number of, you can only have so many goals, I think like 20. But anyways, it'll just give you the next slot in the list. You want to generally choose destination. That's for a page. Okay. So basically anybody that goes to a page we tell it is a success for that goal. Then we go to the next step, and we basically set up what I was just showing you. So we say equal to /thank you, or if our thank you page is /thankyou.html, we would put that, whatever it is. With Squarespace, you're going to end up with something like /thank you or /thank-you. Okay. Value is optional. Funnel is optional. A lot of cases, I won't turn on a funnel. I just want to track how many people sign up. I don't really have to have that funnel. And then I would hit create goal, and I've created my goal. It takes about 24 hours to start seeing the results of that. So don't be freaked out if you're not going to see them right away. So that's how you set up a goal. Now I already have my goal set up. I'm going to discard that. Right? I have this newsletter goal set up. Once again, if I go to reporting, the 2 areas that I'm going to be spending a lot of time, we're going to spend a lot of time looking, are under conversion and under acquisition. In acquisition, you're going to be looking at your campaigns. You're going to say, if I'm going to buy any traffic or start an ad, it's going to show up in your campaigns, and then you can see how many conversions you're getting. And you can also just look at goals generally. Like let's say you're not going to buy any ads, but you want to know how many people, are people signing up? And why are they signing up and where are they signing up? Then you can start to see that information here. Okay, so I can see that I got 6 goal completions so far. Okay. All right, so hopefully that made sense to all of you. If not, let me know and I'll do a follow-up video. What I haven't shown you is the trick in Squarespace. In Squarespace, by default, if you fill out an email address on a newsletter sign-up block and hit sign up, it does not take you to a new /thank you page. It literally just says thank you or puts a little message right here in this gray box and never changes the page we're on. And that makes it really hard to set up a goal. So I'm going to show you a trick. Let's just log into my Squarespace site. Okay. So I'm now in the admin of my Squarespace. I'm going to basically edit this page. No, I'm going to edit the header. How about we edit this page? Okay, I'm going to edit this page, and I'm going to go down to my newsletter block, which is here. Okay, and I'm going to edit that newsletter block. So this is pretty straightforward. It's just a newsletter box, and you connect it to MailChimp or whatever, Google Docs, whatever you want. I recommend MailChimp, you know, and when someone signs up, they join your newsletter in MailChimp. What you have to do is go to the Advanced tab, okay? It's in this Advanced tab, and I'll post this script as well beneath the video in the comment, that you're going to need this script. So you basically go into Advanced, scroll down, you'll see this is where you have the post submit message saying thank you. But you don't have to worry too much about that because nobody's going to see this. You go to the post submit HTML box and you're going to paste in something just like what's here. Script, and basically it's going to say window.location.replace and then a URL, a path to a web page, basically. What basically happens is this script, window location replace, basically says change the page we're on to this page after they submit. This is post submit. So after they submit the form, it's going to change the page to our goal page, right? Our goal completion page. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we would go and we would create that page. Right? So we go to pages, we go to the, I have a lot of pages, we'd go to the unlinked area, not linked area, and we would basically create a thank you page. So this is mine here. I create a thank you page that says thank you, you're almost there. This is the page I showed you earlier. Okay. And I basically, you'll notice that the URL for it is /thank you. So basically, you create a new page, and then you're just going to go in here and just copy this /thank you. And then you're going to go and set that up as I was just showing you. So then you're going to go to the page where your newsletter signup is. And you have to do this for all of your newsletter signup blocks. You're going to edit that newsletter signup block in Advanced, the post submit HTML, and you're going to make the /thank you match whatever your thank you page is. So if it's /thank you 7, that would be /thank you 7. You just make it match whatever your URL is for your thank you page. And then you can test that. Always test. Okay, then hit save. And now anytime somebody submits, it's basically once it gets that email address, it's going to take them to that /thank you page, which is going to register that you just achieved your sign up goal in Google Analytics. All right, so that was a lot. I hope that's helpful. If not, or if there's any questions, please leave me a message, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon.